Alright, welcome everybody to the $400 match between Max Vuetaki and Matt Palko. So they've lagged and looks like Max is going to be breaking first. So joining me today is Tolly. How are you, Tolly?
Good, thank you, George. Appreciate the opportunity to be part of this, and I'm actually looking forward to this money match tonight between Lemeki, Max Vuetaki, and young Matt Hongitong Palko.
Who's your money on tonight?
Well, let me see, George. I played both players, and these are two very different players. It's very hard, but my head tells me I go for my friend Max. But in the same time, young Matt is a fairly good player as well. So not much. I'll go for Max.
Okay, I'll be going just for Max because he's one of my teammates in the Hurricanes. So Max is up to take it Reds. So we'll get a different perspective live. Reds look pretty good.
Well, actually, Max is doing. He's going for that face double in the middle pocket.
It's not a bad leave.
Well, I reckon young Matt is he's an accurate shooter.
Fast player too, I've noticed.
And you know, George, I just can't understand how young Matt, he's using one of those 9-ball cues, like a 5-cent tip, and he's so good with it. Amazing.
Maybe that's why he never misses, because he's got more room for error.
Maybe, because I have played him in a couple of seasons back, and my gosh, young Matt, he can make that cue ball dance with that cue ball tip. Amazing, that's all I can say.
I've used the 9-ball, 9-ball tip on 8-ball. I just couldn't do anything with the white.
I can assure you, when I play, there's no way in the world with the 9-ball tip. There's no way I can use them on the 8-ball tables. Probably I'll be using. I have a 9-ball cue, but I used to use them for breaking, but not for playing.
Yeah, right. So, if Max can see that ball over the middle pocket.
Yeah, he may be able to, but I don't think he's risking it. He's probably going for that cannon red down far corner onto another red on left corner. Yep, exactly.
It's a nice shot there.
Very nice shot.
And I think that red next to the yellow in the middle, I think that passes down to the bottom left, down through here. It passes there.
Yeah.
Though the black's not an easiest spots either.
No, I would say that red next to that yellow in the middle. It's very hard, depending on what Max is looking at doing.
I don't know if you meant to miss that.
No. Maybe he was deliberately playing that shot there, because even though there's a yellow down here, which young Matt's going for it now, Look at that. He's breaking them up. Now he's got a fairly good chance of winning this game, George.
Yeah, I think so.
And I would say if he plays that yellow...
And screws back and knocks the black out a little bit.
Well, I was looking at that, but, it's obviously going for a completely different shot down the other end. Yep.
I'm surprised at that. I would have used that yellow to knock that other one in. But
well, young Matt, you never know what he'll do. He'll come up with some amazing shots, I can tell you that. And look at that. What he'll do now, I think he's going to stunt this yellow here on the right corner down here, next to the black. And either he'll trying to kick the black out or just make sure you get a position, which is what he's doing right now. Yep. I think he's going to just follow through this shot to the corner, off the cushion, and run down the other end for the other yellow. Wow. That unlucky. Well, that certainly gives young Max ample opportunities to finish this game from here.
I see him finishing it from here, but still again the black. If he can get position on that, maybe even play it down in the rail towards those other two yellows.
Yeah,
a bit of insurance.
You would have thought you do that when you finish up, but you know what, Max is also a very good double shooter, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
He's going to try and pot these two reds and aiming at having that black either double in the middle pocket or play a snooker to try to get two shots to finish it off. But Matt,
so he doesn't want to do the natural angle with the double, because then he can get the white rubber behind those yellows.
Absolutely. It was very aggressive there, Max.
I think he hit it too hard, I think, on that shot.
Wow.
It's a good shot by
Very
by
delicate shot that was. And it's early days yet. It's only the first game of the money match, so they sort of both feeling each other at the moment, so to speak.
I think Max wants to leave this on the left-hand side rail. I think that's what he's going to. I think that's what he's going to try to do.
Yep.
And it looks like it's pulled off.
That's an awesome shot. But I can see what young Matt is probably trying to and get a snooker behind and go for that yellow on next to the cushion on the far side.
And get behind
it. And leave the white behind the other yellow next to the corner. Wow.
He's hit the wrong side of it. He's hit it full.
Absolutely. Hit the wrong side of it. Wow.
So both players look like they're just trying to get their rhythm, and I think Max has come up too far there.
Yep. Yeah, as I said, but it's the first game, and it's early days yet. They're both trying to have the feel of the table and just trying to get rid of some of those nerve, as we all do when we first start a game, a money match.
I know that very well.
Yeah, well, you certainly had some experience in that, George, after watching that game last week or a couple of weeks back?
A couple of weeks back against Max, yeah.
Your teammate.
Yeah, that's right. At least my money's going somewhere good.
What was the final score on that one again, George?
11-4.
11-4, my gosh, that's not very nice of Max to do that to you, mate.
No, when you listen to this, Max, how dare you do that to me? To your own teammates.
There you go. He's going to try to pot that yellow down there and just basically run that black ball down to this corner, just alongside the rail. And he better not leave a position for Max. Otherwise, You'll regret. Very well done, young Matt.
It's not a bad shot there by Max.
Yeah, Max was trying to get a snooker.
I think Max just wants to leave the white ball right at the end of the table here.
Yep. Wow.
What would you do here, Toy?
Well, as I said, early days yet, and you can be excused for making mistakes. I will try and double this red down the other end, which is exactly what Max was trying to do.
And he's left the white.
Left the white down there, pretty safe for it. And if I was young Matt Palko, I would have played this black. Very nice, just sort of soft, leave the white down this end and set up the black in the corner pocket, next to the pocket.
Yeah, that's definitely the right shot, I think.
Yep.
Leave a long shot for Max and set the black up.
Absolutely, but he has to play a right speed. Wow, we both completely. Young Matt went the opposite way.
I think that's still a good shot. I think
Still, it is. Yes.
yeah, that's a nice shot by Max. That's a very nice shot.
Yep. Here comes the snooker. I think young Matt, if it was me, I'll play a nice soft touch shot off the exactly.
He's
Play
come
it too
back
hard.
far.
Yeah. But he was intending to get the snooker.
So give our viewers a different angle on this shot here.
I tell you what, Max is a very aggressive player. He's going for the pot in the middle.
Oh, you have to.
There you go. Because it's there, as I said, it's the first match. Go for it. If you miss, you miss. But at least it's the first game. It's got this game now. Well played, Max.
So 1-0 to Max. Starts off well.
Yeah, well, they both were feeling each other in that game, so that's a very close game.
So Max was telling me this morning that he's got all his family teed up over in Fiji to watch. So if you are watching, you're welcome.
Well, knowing Max, the Islanders, the Fijians, like myself, a Samoan, also an Islander, I've got my kids watching this at home as well. And I'd like to say hello to all those my friends and family are watching. And I would like to say pura vinaka to those Fijian of Max friends and families watching. Welcome to the live streaming of this money match between Max and Matt.
So Matt to break. So massive break. He's potted 3 reds there.
That is a massive break, mate. Absolutely.
That's 3 reds.
Yeah. I'll be crazy if I don't go for the reds. Which he is. Going for it. Cut the red in the middle.
He's still got these 2 reds on the left, down the bottom.
Ooh. Maybe he can go past those 3 yellows parallel to the left, into the corner pocket, and just sort of run it through softly, and have an angle to able to put the other red down the other corner. Ooh, that was a good attempt. And I also like to welcome some of these Activa members probably watching live now. Welcome to you all.
I think Matt had to go reds there, but those two reds I didn't like, and yellows weren't even in the best position either, with three of them along the round. So he did the right choice on reds, but I don't think the pot out was there, and I think he was going for it by the looks of it.
Well, the way the balls are sitting at the moment, I would say the upper hand is with Max.
That's a nice leave.
Very nice leave. I think there's a snooker behind. You'll be able to see one of those two reds. Yep. See one of the other. The reds are sitting. Those two reds are sitting together. The one on the right.
So Situ's going, hello, is that Tolly on the mic? What a sexy voice.
Hello to you, Situ, my friend.
So I think he'll be joining us soon. So is Kenny. Kenny's on his way to commentate as well.
Awesome. We need all the help we can get here, George.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I had a bit of practice on the weekend, but still, I don't know how it went though.
That's a lovely cut shot in the middle pocket.
So I think that yellow closest to the two reds. I think he needs to control that pocket. Those other two yellows.
Yeah.
Aren't in the best positions, and I think he needs to get onto that yellow.
I think Max gonna try and put this yellow in the middle, and then trying to run it through to bring the white towards the middle pocket next to the black, which is exactly what he's doing. But I think he would have won the yellow cue ball to roll a little bit further towards the black, so he can have the opportunity to cut the yellow into the corner where the two reds are, which he's doing it now. I think he's just going to go and try to block the pocket. Awesome shot, Max.
Perfect. He needs to do that. He had to do that.
Absolutely. What would you do in this situation now, George?
See, all Max needs to do now is get his yellows out in a good position. Maybe he can play one of the yellows that can knock the red to hit that other yellow in. But Max has got full control here.
If I was Max, I would do a runner. A runner is what I call that. You see those two yellows next to the red?
Yes.
You take them away from there and leave the white down the other end, and exactly what he's doing now.
Oh, he's got lucky there.
How he
Wow,
got very
two
lucky.
of them in.
But I tell you what, I don't think he's going to put the other yellow in the right corner.
No, he does.
Because he doesn't have a clear shot onto the yellow next to the red. Definitely not.
He's got the space to be able to just touch that yellow.
Yes, but you know, if it was me, there's no way in the world I'm going to touch that yellow down the other end, and that's exactly what I would have done as well.
Yep.
And give young Matt a hard shot from there, not over the ball, but next to the not next to the cushion, which is going to be very difficult for young Matt to try and maneuver the cue ball around. Whoa.
gave two shots. Max really doesn't have a shot.
Yeah. If it was me, I mean, I'm pretty safe. If I was on the yellow, I would not even bother about the red down the other end, where next to the red, the yellow next to the red. Whoa! Don't tell me he's going for it.
No, I think he's going to go off the cushion just to touch the yellow, so he doesn't foul.
Foul.
But even so.
Well, obviously Max have plans for that, because if it was me, I would have moved that black onto my yellow next to the corner down this end, and give young Matt 2 shots, because what Matt is going to do now is going to try to kick that yellow out. Exactly what he's going to do, and he's still got 2 shots. Oh, sorry, am I too loud, Jules?
No, I don't think so. Did they say something?
I just have a feeling I might be too loud.
Yeah, we don't need to yell. The mic's picking us up. Yeah, all good.
I apologise to all the viewers. I'm just excited. This is my first time anyway, so I'm excited about commentating here with George. So I apologise. I just had a feeling that
no need to. You'll be alright.
Thank you, George. Thank you very much for the vote of confidence, mate.
So Matt hasn't got the angle now to really come back up.
No.
He has to punch this, but
and he's going to try and pot this red. That's a very good control. Trying to go for that black ball in the corner, in the left corner.
But if he misses, it's Max's game. needs
Well,
to be sure of this. Needs
That's
to make
just
sure.
the way it's going to go.
His confidence.
Yep. No.
So he's left the black in the open.
Yep.
I think this is Max's game now.
Looking at it now, if it was my shot and understanding how Max plays, he'll probably play this one down this end, run the white down the other end, because the black is close to this corner than the other side there.
Oh, but I think that black goes into the middle. So I would go the top one first as we're looking at the table, and then play the one down here for the black in the middle. But
yes, yeah.
I know Max likes to hit it hard, so he doesn't want to go in off.
Yeah, no, he's got
No,
the
that's
perfect speed, and he's going to pot the yellow down the other end, and he's going to put a bit of top spin on it, so he can bring the white back down here, close as he can to the black for the corner pocket.
I think you need to hit back a little bit harder to come back up.
Yep. But as I said, Max is a very aggressive player. He's going for the pot.
It's a nice pot there.
It's a
Max.
very nice, confident pot.
So Matt will be a little bit disappointed he didn't get that black.
Well, he would be. But in saying that, it's the first to 11, so it's only the first early days yet.
Yeah,
So it's only two down, but he can still come back.
I think I know what Max is thinking. He's thinking, if you miss, I'm going to punish you. I think that just made a statement that you missed it. That's it's going to be over.
Well, basically that's how the game is played. You know,
That's
you
it.
miss, I finish. I miss, you finish. As simple as that.
So massive break with nothing down.
Wow.
What do you like here, Tori?
Well, there's a nice spread here, mate. I'll probably go for the reds. And just if I want to be on the reds, I will cut that red in the middle next to those 2 yellows, just so I can be on the reds. Very nice shot.
But see, now I don't think he has a shot.
No, he hasn't got anything open yet except maybe
Actually,
they red in the middle.
this new camera, haven't been able to figure out how to adjust the settings on it, and you can't quite tell what's black, what's red, and what's yellow on the screen at the moment.
Yep. Well, it's lucky that we've got this other screen that we.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. Wow.
So yellows, I think if those two in the middle pocket go, Max has got a really, really good opportunity here.
Yes. He's looking at
it now.
I think he will cannon that ball later on. He'll leave the. He'll try to get rid of this yellow here, on what's going for it now, and run it through down the other end.
That's a favourable kiss right there to get onto this yellow.
Is that yellow can go past the red in the corner? Can it? Where he's looking at now?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, it looks kind of deceiving to me because the red's right next to it. Wow.
That's a nice shot.
Very nice. Well, that's a confident shot there, George. And I would say if Max wins this game, his confidence will go sky high. And there's no way it's going to stop. It's going to continue on going like a hurricane. Like in your team. That's probably why they call your team the Hurricane.
Well, we had a loss last night.
Oh, so it's early days yet, George.
Yeah, that's true. But it was my first two games in Division 1. Didn't win any of them, but that's all right. Early days, as you said.
Is this your first time in Div 1, George?
It is. First time.
It's going to be a very good experience. I've had a taste of it last season with the Crackpots. Unfortunately, we dropped down to the second division, but as I said, good experience to be able to play in the first div amongst good players in the ACT.
That's good. Yeah.
That's a very nice, confident shot in the middle, knowing that the yellow was very close to the cushion or the jaw.
I think he's worried about the natural angle of where the white's going to get under that other yellow here. Maybe.
I think he might just do a run.
See, I would go the other yellow, but that's.
He's going for that yellow there because if he misses, wow, look at that.
Needs to bounce off a little bit. Needs to bounce off.
Yeah.
He's all right.
Here comes the snooker.
No, I think he could. Looking at the angle, I think he can get up right next to the black. Oh, he's going to snooker himself.
I think he have snook himself behind the. No, he can actually see the black. You can see the black.
Yeah, I don't know if you can pot it though.
No. But you'll probably just play a nice soft shot, set the black up in the corner pocket, and leave the white in the middle. On the cushion, I mean. Which is exactly what he's doing.
So now all the pressure's on Matt here.
Well, definitely all the pressure would be on Matt now, because he knows he misses a shot, Max will win. But then again, if he managed to pot a ball and try to get a snooker somehow, that'd be great for him. And that's exactly what young Matt's doing now. He's going to try to play the red, set it up in the corner, and hopefully snooker Max behind the other red, the red next to the middle pocket. Yep, that's what it's done.
So we've got a few supporters on here for Matt. It's Lindsay and Jessica.
Okay. The
Welcome. And Scott. So, welcome to the stream.
welcome to you all.
That is a
What?
Oh,
What a shot, man!
that is a nice shot.
Nice. And I think because Max come from a snooker background, he was able to see that angle to get to the black.
He's very good with his angles in there.
Very, very, very. Yep.
So, do you go for a potty or do you run a snooker?
He-
He's left it on.
He was trying to
So,
have a run through. So I would say this game will go to Max. I know it's premature, but he will put this black in.
there's no way he's missing that one.
3-0 to Max.
Matt really hasn't kicked off just yet.
No.
Maybe he's playing a little bit tentative. Maybe the streaming's getting to him.
Well, as I said, it's early days, and they both trying to feel each other. It's like any sport, in the early days of the game, you have to sort of find your way around or find your feet, so to speak.
That's it. Let's see if he can have another massive break here again. Massive. That's only one this time.
Red or yellow, yeah.
Red, I think.
2, 4, 6.
Yeah, red. He's spotted
Spotted
red.
the red. And you'll be going for the red.
I like. Yeah, I think I'll be choosing red as well.
Yep. He will be going for the red.
That's a nice shot.
Nice.
That's a nice shot.
Just unfortunate that he has to play over the yellow now for the red in the corner.
And if he plays this soft, he's going to snook himself. So he needs to hit. Oh, he's going to foul.
Yeah.
And foul.
Now I don't know how slow the tables are, but
I think the Chinese snooker behind the yellow just obstructed him a little bit.
Yep.
So most of the yellows are in good positions here. If you can get this one in the middle pocket, if that's what he's going for, it could be 4-0 really fast. With 2 visits, Matt's in trouble here.
Most definitely, Max will be in trouble. Matt will be in trouble if Max managed to put those 3 yellow balls over there. Wow. Yeah. I think Matt's got another life.
Right, so Kenny just arrived. He's going to take over from me from commentary. So I'll speak to everyone later.
Welcome, Kenny. How you going, mate?
Good, and yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you, Mr. Nichols.
So, I've turned up and it looks to be 3-0 to
3 and the other Max.
So how's you finding games or
Well, they were kind of both even in the first game. Max just managed to win the last 2 frames. And I was talking to George. Max is a very aggressive player. And looking at where the balls are, the yellow balls are, he'll trying to go for the win now.
Okay. No, I agree. Max is very aggressive, smart and aggressive, and I've played both Max and Matthew, so.
Yep.
So looking at that missed shot on the yellow, which is a pretty straight one. It might be costly, depending on what Matt can do now.
Yeah, he's looking at the red down in the far corner. But if it was me, I would roll this red in the middle of the table, towards down where the other yellow, and block the pocket.
Yeah, look, that's an option, but you've got to remember as well that ball up in the top left-hand corner isn't actually helping him at the moment.
Okay.
So
Now it's very different now because the red in the corner here is now blocking the yellow ball in the corner. I think.
well, look, you've got to remember that the yellow can come off the rail to sit in front of the red.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
So that'll slow things down.
Totally agree, mate. Yep.
I think he can get it very close to over the pocket if he
I
wants.
think that's what he's trying to do now is put the ball in the pocket, which is what he's done. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, look, that works. So getting back to the shot earlier, I would suggest that the ball over the top left-hand pocket isn't doing him any favours except as a backup in case he doesn't get position on one of these 3 reds.
Yep. Wow.
You got a bit lucky with the
Yep.
black going close to that yellow just then.
Yep.
So that only shows that one on the live stream.
Yeah.
Okay. Even if I move to that one, like the preview.
Yeah, you need this table on this screen here for it to be on the live stream.
Can you actually move them, or you got to physically?
No, just right click.
Oh, okay.
Right click on which one you want live and left click which one you want to preview.
Okay, so I'm going to right click this. So just showing everyone, I'm assuming it's been done earlier, but I'm showing everyone the difference in view here. We're going from to a side-on view, just to show you the corner pocket there where the red and yellow are. So this is pretty good. I'm happy to keep on this view for the moment. And now we'll go back to the main view.
So that's the
Mm. Yeah, so, yeah.
Yep.
So, not a bad shot.
Not a bad.
I think he needed to take more time and actually really get it in there.
Yep. I think.
Bit of rush of blood.
Yep. I think he was attempting to try and sort of come off the yellow and leave his ball on the pocket instead.
Yeah, but look, I know Matt, and Matt's a lot better than the shot he played. So I think it was just a rush of blood.
Yep. No, I agree with you, mate. I've played young Matt a few times in the past, and it's pretty good. Good to watch. Very nice shot, Max.
Yeah, look, and look, to be honest, you've got to hit those hard. If you hit them soft and it's clear that you touch the red first, then it's a foul. So
Yep.
you hit it hard, and it's very, very hard for anyone to tell.
Yep.
that
Well,
it's a foul.
he's played the right speed anyway to
Did he?
bring the white out
Oh, exactly.
towards me
Yeah.
for the black in the middle.
Yeah, so it worked twofold.
4-0 to Max.
Yes, Max is playing well. Look, I've played Matt in a race to 11 before, and Matt pushed me the whole way. I haven't played Max in a race yet, but watching his game, he would also be pushing me.
Well, Max, I've played Max many times. I was actually the person that introduced 8-ball to Max. I found Max playing pool at the Dixon Tradies a couple of years back.
Oh, we all started at Dixon Tradies there, Tully.
Yeah, so I brought him in to introduce him to 8-ball, and he's coming from his background of a snooker
Oh, yeah.
player. He's very good. As I said, I've played him many times. He's only new in the 8-ball, but my gosh, he can actually pot balls, you know. A bit like you yourself, Kenny. I quite admire the way you play. You've been an awesome player for the ACT.
Yeah, look, I think it's only recently have I picked up my game a lot more, and it's feeling good. So I just hope that continues, because I'd like to do well for the ACT when nationals come along.
Yes. And by the way, congratulations for making the finals of the ACT Open Singles 2017. You've done well. 11-10 to JT. Wow.
Yeah, look, it's my
That's an awesome effort.
Yeah, look, it's my second place. I'd like to get first one day, but more than happy to play the way I did against JT, because it was just an enjoyable match. It really was, and that's what you want.
Yeah, well, I've actually watched the live streaming, and it was like give and take. You know, it was a very close match towards the end. I mean, 11 the score, I can tell. 11-10. It was pretty awesome match. I enjoyed that.
Oh, yeah, I'm just happy. You know, I'm just happy with the way I'm playing. But to be honest, I think Matt and Max both have a good chance of making the state team. They just, if their game is there on the top 16, I think that they'll be a very good chance, either or both.
Well, as I said, I play both Max and Matthew, and there's no reason why. I mean, they can progress through the trials next month if they wish to be in the team, but in the SEC team. But they're very good players. They're champions players, as far as I know. I like both of them. They're good friends as well.
Yeah, definitely. And looking at this, looking at a live stream match, you've got to understand the pressure of a live stream match. It's very, very tough knowing that the cameras are on you and your friends and family are watching. So, and trying to put on a good show and your best performance. So, think of what you're watching now, and just understand that when the cameras aren't on, they're actually playing better.
Well, I understand that. When you play in front of the camera, it's not that easy. Even though you're trying to sort of ignore it, but in the back of your mind, you know, you're in front of the cameras, and there's a lot of people out there watching you. So you try and sort of put pressure on yourself by trying to play as well as you can.
Definitely. So I've just shaking things up a bit just to show you a different angle of the table. To be honest, looking at this, red and yellows look to be even, only because the black covered by two yellows and the yellow covered by the black. So very hard for reds to go out with the black where it is, and very hard for yellows to go out. where the yellow is.
Yeah, totally agree, Kenny. I think, and knowing Max, if he's going to try and run out, he's going to try and find an ankle after he's put all those reds to try and bring the black out.
Very dangerous, Tolly. You don't want to leave that to your last ball.
Yep.
You want to
Try to get it out now while you can.
Well, if you can get it out, but you've got to remember that if you get the black out, that yellow plants onto the other plant in the corner. So that's what you've got to watch out for.
Yep.
So being aggressive is good a lot of the times, but it can also be a downfall, being too aggressive. Sometimes wait for a mistake from the opponent, or make it very tough for the opponent.
Yeah. Knowing these two players, they're very good potters. Probably not very well known tactical players, but they're very good potters. So I'm looking at now, at the moment, that black's sitting right between those two yellows.
Look, I'll give you a hint, Tolly. What
Yep.
I would do here, get the black out. Get the black out. You know, he's got two pretty much dead balls. If you can even use the black to pot the one yellow over the corner.
Yep.
You know, just make it really tough with all those dead yellows. But he hasn't done that.
No.
But he's still got a semi-red over the corner.
Yep.
And if it was right over the bag, then you could still do the same shot now.
So you reckon you should be able to try and bring that black out of there? You reckon they'll leave the white in a safe spot somewhere down the other end?
I think he might even push it closer to the pocket. No? Okay, my apologies. He didn't push it closer to the pocket. He's left his black till last. Now, as everyone, or a lot of people know, you don't get the black in or over a pocket now, you're going to struggle. And you'll struggle because of very, very easy snookers.
Yes. Yeah.
So my thoughts was maybe the wrong ball to play to pop that red.
It's very hard to understand what he's going to try and do here.
It's a 1 in 20 shot, Dolly, of potting it, I would suggest.
Yep. Well, he's going for the corner pocket down his end.
And you see the problem with doing what you've done?
Yep.
Is very easy to get snookers, and even if you don't get a snooker, you've got the black dead up on the side rail.
Yeah. Which I think that's what young Matthew's going to do now. He's going to play the yellow on the rail and leave the white behind there, snooker him behind the other yellow for the black. I think that's what he's going to do, exactly.
Yeah, that's a really good shot. It's using both balls to cover the black.
Yep.
And what Matt did really well was open a dead ball, because if he gets two shots now, he's only got one potentially dead ball.
Which is that one next to the on a cushion.
Yeah, which is
And
potable, but it's still classed as dead.
Yep.
So Max now has to make a very smart tactical shot.
Yeah. And that's a very, very, very tactical shot, all right, for sure. And move the other yellow towards the... Ooh.
Yeah, look, I would suggest killing that ball would have been a lot better, or killing a ball, or playing the white right up the very top corner. Something different, not hitting the other yellow if you can afford it.
Well, those two yellows in the middle pocket, they can both be potted. Easy there. Okay, so trying to cut the yellow next. Yep. Wow.
Yeah.
I think the upper hand now is on young Matthew.
Oh, yes.
Because if he can clear all those four yellows, remaining yellows, he still has two shots to play with the black.
Yep. So I really like switching between these views just to give people an idea on from a different view what it's like.
Yep.
So Matt's just going to play very smart pool now. He doesn't want to make a mistake. He wants to be picture perfect with his angles, and know that he's got two shots on the black.
Well,
Very important.
he's got to try and pot this yellow in the corner pocket and hopefully pot the yellow
Yeah,
and
look-
still have 2 shots.
Yeah, look, I think he made a mistake there. I really think he could have held that white right
Mm.
where the yellow
Yeah.
was. Giving himself a longer shot is always harder. Even if you can pot it like he's
Oh,
just
there you
done,
go.
you know, there's still a chance of missing it, enjoying it, and making it very tough for yourself.
I think what he's going to do is bring that black into the corner pocket down this end softly. Exactly what he's doing. He might even potted it. There you go. Oh.
So,
Oh.
so Matt pulls one back.
Yep. Young Matthews now won his first game of the night.
Now we're going to have a look at some comments now to see if there are any comments. Okay, so I can see we've got a list of comments here. I'm going to try and answer some of them and talk to some of them. Just be aware that we are in a bit of a delay here, so it might just take a little bit to get a response. So, I guess looking at the first comment, we're being asked what nationality or heritage is Palko. Well, let's have a look and see what the rest of them are. Has any of the comments been answered or been talked to?
Some of them, I've welcomed them, some of the people that have commented.
Okay, so let's going through the comments now. We'll go to the very first one that was by C2 to Lewin. Yes, it was Tolly on the mic. And if you've got to think he's got a sexy voice, then we can ask him to come back and comment more. Good on you, C2. Okay. Now we're being asked, is any of Matt's family on here watching? So we've got Scott Randall, yes, saying that you're not family, but you're going for him, which is good. So we've got Lindsay Palko, I'm assuming it's family, saying good to see him with some support. We've got Jessica, Jessica
Yep.
Palko, yep, she's here. Lindsay Palko.
Sylvia Ross, another person
Yeah.
going for Matt here, so good following here for Matt.
So everyone's going, all the family of honky tonks here. Excellent. We've got Max's family as well, saying go Max, you can do it. Got a lot of people barracking for Matt on watching live stream. So I'll get back to some other comments shortly, but we'll get on to this match that we're watching at the moment.
So Max is on yellows here. That's a nice shot by Max.
Yeah, I'm going to change the view. Just the reason I'm going to change the view is the balls are pretty much all up the other end of the table. I think a side view will be good for this.
Yep.
So let's watch it now. Okay, so you can do it as well.
Yep.
So we've switched to the side view just to give you a better idea on the balls being down the other end of the other end of the table. So, look, I'm pretty impressed. I was always impressed watching Max with his cueing, natural snooker cueing, and it's very good. I can see he can get a lot of control on that white, and you can see how aggressive he is at this game, showing that he's from a snooker background.
Yeah, that's right. So let's come up for this yellow. Ooh.
So just a bit short. So white ball control maybe just needs to know it a little bit better,
Yeah,
know
yeah.
his
I
pace.
think you just got commentator's curse then.
Yeah. Hopefully he can't hear me. Well, he's not looking at me, so I don't think he is.
I think he's just left that yellow in the middle here.
Yeah, look, I think, I'm not sure if Matt knew what to do with the yellow covering the reds over in that middle. Oh, good, thank you. Flickers all the time, does it?
Mm.
The video card or something.
I think it's the because it's a USB. The cable's pretty long.
Oh, okay.
That's probably why. I think he's going to go off the rail here first.
Very nice shot. Very nice shot. Look, that's something I probably wouldn't have been able to do. I wouldn't have been
Confident.
you know, like if you miss it and don't hit a rail, or if you don't pot it, you're leaving someone a good chance to make it very tough for you. So, but sometimes being aggressive can work, and being confident.
Does he have too much of an angle? Does he need to come back off the rail?
No, he's going to give himself a long shot, which is fine. He just needs to judge his pace really well now. Because he doesn't, I don't know if the black goes in the middle. I might have a quick look from the side. No, it doesn't.
Got to
So
play the bottom.
I think he's
left
going to
as we're
play it.
looking at
I think he's going to play it just yeah. That's what I thought he'd do, but he played it
Ooh,
just
it's too hard.
yeah. That's the problem. It's softer was better than harder because of the black possibly not going in that corner up in the top left. The top left being that top left. So essentially his only real option will be to cut it into the top right. I don't think there's much else we can do, even doubling the black across the table really hard, really fine.
He's aggressive enough to go for the top right.
I think he'll do it. I think he'll play it so fine that he's not going to pot the other red.
That's a nice shot.
That's a very, very nice shot. So he played it to miss the red completely, which was really good. Okay, so back to some comments now while we wait. We've got Sylvia Ross saying, "That's my boy, go Matt." Good to see. So we've got Matt's family asking if the rest of the family's on. So, Sher, are you on?
So Lindsay Palko saying Palko is a Hungarian last name.
Ah, okay. So we've got Hungarian versus Fijian. But now, he's Max has just been naturalised, I believe. And he's a citizen. With his citizenship, is that correct, Holly? Max has just got his citizenship?
He did last.
He did.
2 weeks ago. Today.
He's now he's now an Australian. So good to see. So Australian with Fijian heritage, and I believe born in Fiji. Yeah, born in Fiji. A couple of weeks ago. Yeah. So we've got waiting for Palko to fire up, I believe Scott Randall was saying. So let's just see the grinding away, because that's important. This one.
That's fine. So. Charlie, do you want to come out? You sure?
So I can see we've got long saying that camera angles are good, which is good to see that we've got two different camera angles we can now use. Previously we only had the one angle, just the up and down the table, but now we have the option of showing side on, which is good. So Scott, I agree with you. Max is playing very well. But again, never put someone out, especially when the grinding occurs, and you'll see a lot of people can play well from behind and actually come back and do quite well. So we'll just wait and see how it goes.
I think Jack Phillips is one of those guys, even if he's down by 4 or 5 frames, his mental strength is very good and he can just come back. And I think he did that against Matt Harmon on the weekend.
Yeah.
So I think he's just totaled himself, possibly, maybe? No.
So we've also got comments, Max Vuetaki saying, "Go Max." So I have no idea how he's doing that unless he's got his phone at the table. No, it'd be a family member using his account. Smart to cover a pocket. Very smart with only 2 reds left. Trouble if he'd potted it, but he didn't pot it, so which is good. So just watching Matt's shot then, you probably guessed from the size of the tip that he's using, it's very, very large. It's a big 9-ball tip. But he seems to get a lot of good control on an 8-ball table hitting these balls, so I'm very impressed. Me trying to use one of those tips, I would just have no idea how to control the white properly and be able to do everything that I can do with my smaller tip. Smart move there, 4-ball snooker. Just been given a total snooker. But just remember, he only now needs to touch the ball. Doesn't need to touch a rail, so he can make it very tough for Matt. And also promote his dead ball.
He might even look at sitting this white right behind the red here.
I don't think he will.
I think that's what he's tried.
He did, but I think in this situation with some dead yellows, maybe opening the yellow and red would have been the best option. Because leaving it closed like that, you're just going to get potential snookers all over the place. It's just very lucky that he left it on the right-hand side of that red. That could have left him on the left-hand side and a shot at any of those 3 yellows. So we're looking at a side view now. Not a very, very good recovery shot. The last thing he wanted to do was knock that red and yellow apart.
To go for the double pot and go for that red.
Yeah, so look, I think he played the right move. It's dangerous, but it was more dangerous separating those 2 balls. Oh. So he's missed it completely, and that was what he had to worry about. He just needed to touch it. Remember, sometimes it's best to separate balls. You don't always need to touch your ball with so many dead balls in play. So the 2 dead balls on yellows. Yep. Yeah, there's things you can do. Cover a pocket with the other red. Do something like that. So I think he's possibly going to go for another snooker. No, he's not. He's going to go long. Okay. Changing the view back.
I think
It doesn't really matter anyway because
he can't get position with that red. Unless it's really fine, he might. If he paces it right.
Yeah, look, it needs to be picture perfect with pace and picture perfect with angle to stay on the other red. Again, maybe think of other things to do if you can't touch your red quite well. Maybe think of what can you do to your opponent's balls which would be the best possible outcome. That's what you would need to think of. So he hasn't been given a total snooker, so he's actually now got the option of doing something else to make it very hard for his opponent. Let's see if he does. I think some people are thinking the same as I am, possibly potting that yellow ball and leaving it very tough with that white.
So, field umpire said it's not total.
Okay, so he's going to try and pot it or try and hit it. And see, that's the problem. He's just opened a ball and opened two balls, essentially. So, trouble in paradise, I would suggest. So we've now got Jason Tanaskovic saying hello, the current ACT singles champion. Good on you, JT. Did very well. And hello back to you. So we've got Lindsay saying that Matt was also born here in Australia and his dad is Hungarian. So for people that were interested in that.
Second visit.
So we're getting a lot of comments from Long in relation to the team comps that he's talking about for countries, I think it is. Long, I don't know if you're aware, but you're actually sending your comments about 4 times, maybe 5 times now. So maybe just be aware what you're doing. And yes, JT, very, very smart at pool, has come back with a good comment saying Max needed to push the black back down. So killing a ball or getting it out of there, they're two of the options you have. So when you've got open balls and there's a chance that your opponent will run out,
That's a nice shot. He's hit it.
it's a very nice shot. Especially with the black potentially covering a double for that yellow, potentially. Looking at it side on, I'm not sure if the double's on. I don't think it is. So he might not go the double, he might just get a better angle to do something with the yellow on the rail. I'm not sure what. Okay, so he's elected to try and get a good snooker here.
I think can come back around.
It's a great shot. Just remember that it's going to be tough because it can't get in the middle. Can't go in the middle. Let's look at that side on. I think. So looking at side on doesn't really show us much. I'll go back to straight now. So really, all he's got is that top one up in the top left right hand corner. But you've got to remember that he's going to have to run through for the black, possibly in the middle. See, and that's the problem. You need to be perfect. So if you're not perfect, there's a run out on yellows, which is looking at this, can be quite easy. Again, I don't want to be too loud on the commentating, especially saying something like that. So the last thing you want is for a player to hear you say it looks pretty easy. It puts them off their shots. So, but Matt played that well. He just needs to think about his shot selection.
It actually happened in my last game against Max a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
The last game on the black, I heard you say you said he needs to put the same confidence or something into the black as well. And I think because I heard it, I don't know if it put me off or anything, but I did hear it. Ooh.
Wow, look at that drop on that yellow. Did that any longer and that would have been called sitting in place.
So Matt
Matt's-
gets one back.
Told you he's ground one back, which is what we expected. So we don't expect to see a one-sided match here.
So we'll have Tolly join us back in commentary.
Tolly, would you
Tolly.
like to come back and watch?
Okay.
We're going to have how long a break? How long? 5, 10? So we're going to have about a 5 to 10 minute break now. So people can just go and, you know, have a bit of fresh air and do whatever they need to do. So we'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes time, everyone, to continue this on. At the moment, we've got Max on 5, leading Matt on 2. And when we come back, it'll probably be Kenny and Tolly back in commentating. Thanks, George, so far for assisting with commentating.
No problem at all.
Okay. So we're back. Tolly and Kenny back at the commentating. So,
Yep. And well, welcome back to all the viewers.
so we've got Matt breaking, it seems.
Yep.
At 5-2 down, he's going to want to put in a lot of hard effort now. Great break.
Nice break. Nice break.
Just didn't put anything on it. Look at this from a side view now. I like looking at the side view. I think it's especially with a spread table like that.
Yeah.
I have a lemon lime bitters to wet my throat, which is good. I can continue talking. So you'll hear me talking a lot now, everyone. Yeah, we don't have C2 commentating tonight.
Well, lemon lime and Peter is a good job, mate.
It is. So I'm going to have a look, see if we've got any new comments on the live stream.
Max on the Reds.
Yeah, look, Reds look quite good actually. I'm quite impressed with them. So looking at the side view angle, I can see the middle pocket's quite nice for all of those, pretty much, if you go in the right order.
Yeah, well, I suppose it's a matter of the right selection of shots that Max. But it's looking from this angle.
Ooh, he's got to get the right amount,
Yeah.
the right pace here. Last thing, whoa. He got a bit lucky there.
Yeah, very lucky there. Yeah.
That was a big rusher by putting check screw on that.
Yeah, because that red could have gone, kicked out, could have gone and sit on a cushion somewhere, you know.
Could have sat on the other two reds. The white could have completely missed it and gone all the way down.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, so looking at Max's cue, if you look at the back of it, you'll see there's a little 6-inch extension added to the back of his cue. That'll give it a bit of weight and a lot more length. So looking at this, with that nice kiss that he did on that yellow with the screw shot he played earlier, he looks like he's got a pretty good out here if he does it right. He's looking to see how he can get back into the middle of the table after this next round.
Yeah, I think he's trying to stunt shot that red in the middle and line up the straight shot to the corner pocket on the right.
I think he did the right shot.
Yes.
But I would have liked a straighter one on this corner. I think he needed more screw and just to bring it back a little bit further. A bit of length wouldn't have hurt. You know, he just now needs to be really, really precise with his aim. You can't afford to leave these 7 yellows in the open after you miss a red.
Yeah, because all those yellows are bottle pulled from anywhere now. You know, if Matt gets a, there you go. Matt's got he's got another chance.
Look,
And Matthew.
Yeah, look, I back yellows here. I think the yellows are a good opportunity. The one that's near the bottom left as we're looking at the screen now, I don't think that's really blocking the yellow. The yellow can go in one of the other pockets. Ooh. Yeah, he's left the yellow, left the red on, and I'm about to put it back to the other angle. So yes, I believe that red's on up in the top right.
Yep.
But you've got to remember, he's still got to be on his next red at an angle to bring the white down for the black. So just remember, people, keep your comments coming through. We want to hear all your comments, and we'll be responding.
Yeah, Matt's going to run this cue ball across if he happens to pot it. Yep.
Great.
What an awesome shot.
To thread those yellows was quite good. Pace was excellent.
Absolutely.
It wasn't hard enough that he was going to come back into the yellows.
Yeah. He's got to try to aim this for the middle pocket, I would think.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going for the shot. He's going for the corner pocket.
Yeah. That was just textbook perfect on pace and angle.
Yep. shot, Max.
So Max runs away with a 6-2 lead.
Yeah. I kind of feel for young Matthew now because Max is looking into trying to run away from young Matthew here now.
To be honest, Tolly, Matt actually had a very good chance on an easy-ish yellow, and he blew it by missing it by about 2 inches.
Yeah.
So, that was a mistake that, you don't want to see.
Yep. And those last 3 shots from Max, they were quite confident shots.
Great break. I want to turn the side on, look at the other view. So giving a better view of yellows and reds. I actually like this view. I think this could almost be the default view, and the up and down in various shots. So Jessica Palko, I completely agree. Love watching the locals play. That's actually one of my favourites now, just watching them play and assisting them by commentating.
Yep. Well, the score, Kenny, it's only 6-2. And if Matt again managed to win the next 2 games, that'll give him a bit of a chance. Because if Max wins the next game, I love the way young Matt Palko's played. As I said, I play him many times before, and I love the way he uses that 9-ball cue or that 5-cent tip that I would call.
Yeah, so I can see you're saying that give Max one more and Max will be confident. And
Yes.
Yeah, look, true, but you've got to remember this is a game of swinging momentum. So once one player gets a couple of frames, it actually lowers the confidence of the other player.
Yeah, totally agree there.
So if Matt gets a couple of games, or say Max gets 1 or 2, and then Matt gets 2 or 3 in a row, that changes the complete dynamic because of the momentum swing. So just remember, you can lose 10 or 11 in a row, and it just gets worse and worse for you.
Yep.
So just note that.
Yeah, totally agree there, man. I know what it's like. I've been there many times before.
So,
but I would love to see young Matthew win a couple of games, just to give him Max a bit of competition tonight.
Definitely. Now, just for everyone's information, George is going to take over for me for a couple of minutes. So you'll have his expert opinion coming on now. Okay. So thanks, George, for taking over, and I will be back in about 5 minutes.
See you in 5 minutes, Kenny. Thanks, mate. And welcome back, George.
Thank you. So who's on what? Max is on red.
Yeah, Max on Max on the yellow, on the red. Sorry.
The reds. Okay. I think he wants this one in the middle. He's just finding it a bit hard being right next to that red there.
You're probably trying to put that one in the middle and then run the white down, the black down on the right corner.
He's not going to use the brick ladder. I don't
Yeah.
like that little bridge. I can't do that.
Yeah, and it's a bit awkward bridge, but he hasn't really done any damage there, but I would say it depends on how confident young Matthew is. Trying to put the yellow in the corner and bring the white back in towards the middle pocket there.
Doesn't want to get behind the black.
Don't.
It's alright.
Yeah.
So just give a view of the angle that he's got there.
I know it's a very, very difficult cut in the middle, but that's very, very possible. It's, if he gets that one in, he'll be awesome. What an awesome shot. Good speed, good pace. Black ball in the middle.
So if Matt does get this, definitely going to help with his confidence and he's trying to come back. Nice.
Wow, and that looks like a confident shot, George.
Definitely confident. So he pulls one back. Isn't over yet, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, no, but absolutely, mate. Totally agree. As I said to Kenny before, if young Matthew can win the next 2 games, well, he's already won 1 now. It's only 3 games behind. He'll certainly put the pressure back onto Max.
Go back to this view. I actually really do like this view. So good break there. What colour would you take here, Tully? Reds? I've taken reds. The only thing is this red on the top right as we're looking at it doesn't go into any pot except the one in the middle.
Which is what he's done now. He's spot there red and he's going to try and slice that one on the left corner.
This red here on the right hand side is his problem ball. I don't know how he's going to get under that to be able to get
Yeah, that might be the only problem ball for him is that red next to the yellow there on the far right.
I don't think Max needed to cannon into those 2 yellows. That other yellows were still potting. He would be able to knock the other yellow out. I don't think he needed to do that.
Nah, but I think it's going to give him a bit of snooker behind there. Leave the white behind there. Nice shot. Although Matthew can see the red there on the right side. He can. Yep. Wow, that is an awesome shot there, one might, from the distance and from where that cue ball was hucking the cushion down the other end.
Still have work to do to get that red out. He's gone to cover the pocket.
Yep.
And he's done it. That's a nice shot.
Yeah, very nice, very, very nice shot, young Matthew. Although I think Max will probably counter that by bringing that yellow on the right side of the corner.
Yeah, I think Max needs to get the yellow out if he can.
Yeah.
That other red on the right hand side is still covered.
Yeah.
I think he needs to get it out now.
Yeah. I think he's going to bring the yellow in and cover the pocket where the red is. The red next to the other yellow. Yep. Exactly what he's done. And I also like to welcome back all those viewers, friends of Matthew and friends of Max, those Fijians and Tons, Malolele and Puavinaka, to those family friends of Vuetaki. And I also like to say hello again to Mac Palko's friends as well.
It's a nice shot by that man, not plotting that. So, yeah, he's watching the
Yeah, very well done.
view of the game. If he didn't miss that, he purposely missed it.
What do you think if you were playing George about that yellow, those two yellows in the red on near the black? What do you reckon? Should I get rid of them now, or
If the yellow pops into the top right, as we're looking at the table on it over here.
Yes,
if it
yes,
does
yes.
pot, Max may be able to pot out here. If it doesn't, I don't think he needs to pot. He could try cover that same pocket up. So
I think that was his attempt, was trying to cover that one.
I think Matt will probably do the same thing again.
Yeah.
And pot that red,
But then again, George, it's all too easy for us that watching
of course.
the game compared to those poor fellas out there on the table.
So I think he's trying to get movement out of that white there, but I think that non-ball cue, he gets stuff out of it, but I think
I just don't know how he does it with that 9-ball Q-tip. You know,
be careful here not to.
wow, that's a yellow.
Let's have a look from this angle.
Oh, that yellow can actually squeeze in there between the cushion and the red.
Yeah, I think Max is probably looking at now is going off the cushion onto the red.
Yeah.
If it does do that.
You can actually, if we can see that it has just enough room for that yellow to go past the red.
Even if it doesn't pass, even just off the cushion onto the red.
Yep.
They can off the cushion onto the red to pot it, but you might even be looking at.
That's what he's doing now. Yeah.
It might play this other one to actually come up more behind it.
It depends on how he feels at the moment, but as I was saying earlier, Max is a very aggressive player. If he sees that red, the yellow, I don't like people switching hands unless you're pretty good at it. That's not too bad. That's not too bad.
So
That turns out all right.
if he can, I'm sure, does he try put the red in front of the yellow? Does he? I don't know if he's got the angle for that. Does he looking at trying
Very hard to tell what Matthew's going to do here.
hit this yellow?
That's not too bad. Although Max can cut this yellow in the corner, in the left corner, or go for the yellow in the far corner.
Even if he misses this, he leaves the white ball down the bottom.
But I think he's going to try to make this because he knows he pots this yellow. He'll have but it turned out alright. That's a snooker. I think it's
This other angle here.
Yep, that is a snooker, alright. Yep.
Maybe not.
Yeah. I think Matt's going to trying to cut this yellow in there. He's going for the long shot. Bring the white back.
Down to this one.
Enough.
Oh,
Oh, Max.
You got lucky there.
Max, yeah, you got more lives than a cat, mate.
So
Yeah.
might be looking at just tapping this and not actually potting it. That's what he's done.
Yep.
So wonder
Yeah.
if back out or if it's on.
Nah, you don't want to risk that because it could kiss ricochet off the red for some reason. So maybe you'll tap again and run the white down the other end.
No, he's going for it.
Whoa.
Maybe he lose pace to get the black out at the same time. Yeah, that's
Yeah, but look what he's done now. Look what he's done. He's put the black on the cushion and the yeah.
might play safe here, try to get
Yeah.
but
It's gonna have to be very careful because if he's trying to get a snooker there, he could almost be off and going off.
he's trying it and he's okay, so he's
Okay.
trying to see good magic.
Yeah. It's always hard to play those over ball shots like it is now. Very difficult.
If you can follow through this, you might actually get a double. I can't tell the angle.
No. Yeah. And depending on how Max feels, because obviously he's going to try to pot this and get the white into a position where he can able to.
We're starting to
He's-
get back for
he's-
the black. He's tried it.
Whoa, he's going to snook himself.
So he's tried the can on the black there, but he's missed it, and now he's snooked himself.
Well, I have a feeling that Max was trying to kick that black out.
Now, do you push the red right up the card against the black? Do you just try to hit it?
Wow,
Try
mate.
to leave it.
Put it this way, he's got nothing to. He's got a good angle to go up the top and bring the white here, but he's got a different angle in the middle.
Putting the left hand side on this,
Yeah.
back around.
He's missed it completely. Wow.
So he's left a long pot for Matty.
Yeah.
Do you roll this in?
I think young Matthews can try and pot this and get 2 shots on the black.
He's drawn it, I think.
Yeah. He's going to try to bring it as close as he can towards his pocket. He might go in for the double in the middle.
He's got the double now. He's got the right
Yep,
angle.
we got a right nice angle. I like those angle shot doubles in the middle pocket. Wow.
Drawn it, and
Yeah.
and
I think he might be in trouble here, man.
he's, we're going to 7-3. That's unfortunate.
Wow. 7-3?
7-3.
Come on, young Matthew. Come on, mate. Even though Max is my friend, I like to see young Matthew win a couple more frames just to make the match a bit more interesting.
I think this was a similar scoreline to me against Max
Yes.
a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
Good break there, 2 reds that I can see.
Just unfortunate he left the cue ball on the cushion.
Yellow is probably the easiest to get onto a colour, but
I think you take the reds because you can actually cut this red in the corner and sort of kick the other one down there towards the middle pocket. What do you reckon? He's completely going for the opposite ball.
you're going for the middle. Squeeze through between those. Alright, so
Well,
Young Matthews on yellow.
I think yellow's in a better position here. I think if he hits this is fair to hold that yellow.
Yeah.
See, I think you need to get rid of that yellow now.
Ooh, that's a bit risky. It's very close, too close for comfort. But he might try and he's looking at the yellow in the corner where the red ball is. Well, maybe he's going for the. Going to try this.
And then to get one in the middle again.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he's looking at the shot that he had earlier.
And that yellow into the other yellow, like
Yeah.
counting the other a yellow in the corner. Yeah.
He's distracted by those two reds.
He's actually covered the yellow though, or the other red there. But
I think there's a gap.
Yep.
I think there's a gap. I think there's a gap for that red to go in. So I think Max will be looking, trying to get in a position to put that red into that pocket,
which is what he's looking at now. Yep.
So yeah, it's on that camera there, not that one. Yeah, I need to get a high-powered USB on. I just bought that because, yeah, that's alright. So Kenny's going to take over.
Yep.
From me from the moment. So, yeah, he didn't cover that pocket, Max. So I think Matt's going to be looking at.
Yeah, perfect shot, perfect pace.
I reckon Max will knock that straight out. Maybe.
Yeah.
Covered. We'll see. Alright. I'll hand over to Kenny. Thanks, guys.
We'll see you soon, mate.
okay. Kenny's back in the house with Tom.
Yeah, welcome back, Kenny. Welcome, mate. Yeah, Max on the red balls and young Matthews on yellow.
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
Yeah. Tough ones for Reds.
It is.
Depends how well he gets this next one.
He's going to try and slice this red in the corner. Hopefully can pot it and then have a perfect position on the other opposite corner.
Oh, dangerous.
Very dangerous. Very, very dangerous.
Especially if he's able to put that yellow up into the top corner.
Yes, which I think that's what he's going for. Isn't it? Yes.
Great.
What a shot.
Very, very good shot.
That's an absolutely stunner, mate. That's an awesome shot.
So Max is either going to promote it some way, or he's going to force Matt to make a mistake on his shot. I'd suggest he might not pot this and force Matt to make a mistake.
Well, I think Max is just going to try to set the red up in the corner
that's
pocket
right.
and leave the white right there.
So that's right. So
Yep.
he's going to hope that.
Wow.
Well, if
Does it look like a snooker?
if
No.
he's got the jaw, let's look at it up and down the table.
Yep.
Okay.
No, he can see
Bear
it.
with me.
He can see it. Oh, wow.
So
That's just unlucky.
I hear people weren't able to hear me well earlier. Can you just tell me if you can hear me better now? Getting the microphone closer to the mouth is a good thing. So we'll wait for responses to come back.
Yeah. That's same as me too, for those of you who are listening in. Because I'm a fairly loud person. Yeah, I never really know how to adjust my voice when I'm speaking to microphones.
I've got no comments coming up online. You just stop doing comments. That's the last comment I got. I don't know how to do it. Oh, I'll leave it with you to try and fix because yours is starting to do mine as well.
So, Kenny, are you thinking about having a money match
Oh, I'd love
pretty soon?
Yeah, I'd love a money match.
Yeah.
Although I do have a money match lined up for King's Cup in the June long weekend.
Yep.
Which is against Jeremy Maguire for a $400 pot,
Mm-hmm.
race to 11, and I think it'll be a good matchup.
I think it will be. Jerry Maguire is a fairly good player. And oops. Oh, young Matt.
Wow.
That's unfortunate.
See, that's where you get a player trying to be perfect with their position, so it's to make the black as easy as possible. But sometimes you don't need that. Sometimes you just need to make sure of the pot and put the white in the middle of the table.
I think Max here is going to take full advantage of these two shots.
Yes, it's,
Going to try to slice this here red in the middle and write it down here for the other red in the corner. Awesome.
Okay. Great first shot.
No pressure whatsoever.
So you can see Max knows his angles and pace.
Yep.
Important in this game.
Wow.
Max shoots off
Max.
to an 8-3 lead.
That's right. Yeah.
So for all those viewers still listening in, there's going to be a lot of money matches going on the King's Cup weekend, which is I believe it's the 8th to the 11th of June,
Yep.
the long weekend, and it'll be a great weekend.
Yep.
So look for some good high quality matches.
Mm.
We have some of the best in the country coming along to it, and we'd like to see more.
Yep.
Oh.
No, I totally agree, my friend. I myself have two money matches on that weekend, and one of those against young Matt Palko here.
So a little bit further away. Matt done. So Matt, we're just looking at fixing up our volumes for myself and Tolly. Tolly's just going to put the microphone a little bit further away from his mouth to chat.
Yeah, no, thanks for that, Kenny, and thanks for that too, Matt Dunn. What do you think about that? Does it sound all right now, or is it still the same?
So I'm still getting mine is very low. I think George is looking at fixing that up now. How is that, George? Okay, so Jessica, let me know if it's still very low on the sound there.
That's yours. Yeah. I'll just fix it. People aren't going to hear on the left speaker, but I'll just fix that. So.
So got yellow balls in play.
Yeah, max on yellow balls. What a lovely double.
Yeah, you've got to watch potting as many yellows as you can here with a tight and a tightly packed middle pocket. You've got to watch it. You want to leave some balls in various parts of the table unless you can get your balls out of the middle. So Max can afford to do things like be a bit more aggressive, knowing that there's a red covering the black, black covering the red, but that's now changed. As you can see from this shot now, he's just opened the black and red, which is not what I believe he should have done.
It's interesting now the way the ball spread.
Yeah. I'm just going to show a different angle from here so we can see up and down. Yeah, a little bit, the pace was a bit lacking there,
yeah.
So back to the side on view. So that's not really stopping anything because the yellow balls can pretty much all go in the middle pocket. Still too low. So we've got George here fixing up the volume. So just now tell me if you can hear me a little bit better without being possibly muffled, because we'd like to put a good commentary on for this match.
Yep.
So let us know.
Please do.
So we're looking at Matt playing a shot that I believe he played too hard. I think he knows it too, but he's got to get a recovery shot now. And look, he's done a great recovery shot.
That is a
cracker.
Very awesome shot. He's even got the room in there to squeeze the black in past the yellow in the middle pocket.
Yep,
Wow,
very good
very well
shot shooting there, Matt.
On your Matthew. Come on, Matthew. Come on, mate.
So back to the top-down view.
8-4. 8-4. This reminds you of your score, George? 8-4.
So look, I'm going to turn it to the side on break. I believe, or the side on view. I believe looking at a break here is a bit more enjoyable from the side view. Just tell me what you think, guys and girls. So I think that's a little bit more descriptive and a little bit more visually appealing watching from the side.
Sound like the dog is chewing the mic.
What's that?
Paul, are you saying I sound like I'm chewing the mic? Anyway, if it's clear, good. If not,
keep telling us it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, please.
When you're going like that on the line, that's probably a wild's going.
When you're leaving it.
Sorry.
Hold it by that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it, yeah.
So, Jessica, I assume you agree with the side-on view on the brake, and the side-on view for much of the frame. If so,
This one.
that's good, because I'm quite impressed with it. I'll only really show the up and down when I believe we need to see it, as well as it's having a little technical difficulties with the top-down view. So let's look at the top-down view now to see how those red and yellow pans out on the corner. So looking at that, red does go inside the yellow, still a little bit tricky. Max is probably looking at it now going, how am I going to get his ball out, leave mine in there, and still take control of the game?
So Max is actually on the yellow balls, is he? Okay. Sorry.
Sorry, no, I believe Max is on the red balls. So Max is going to look at trying to take control of that pocket again. He doesn't want to pot it, but he also needs to cover the pocket, which he hasn't done.
He hasn't done that yet.
No,
Yep.
so back to side on view. So there's no saving grace because of the yellow going down the rail inside that red, which will open up a dead ball if that's what he wants to do at a later time. So, so Matt's only saving grace there was that he put the yellow in front of that red over the corner pocket. That should have been a lot better with where he placed that yellow. I think he knows it. Paul Berger. You think I've got golden tonsils? They probably are golden. I had them taken out about 10 years ago. So they're probably a bit brown now, wherever they are. Next out, adenoids. So I'm getting agreement that the side view is a good view, which is good, because again, I think it'd be good to show it for playing on the yellow down the rail. Would be a good top-down view, or top-to-bottom view. So good shot by Matt there, but I think he would have liked to have popped it out a little tiny bit more.
Yeah.
So maybe a little bit short on where he played that, or how hard he played it. Is it good? Okay. Are they telling you? Okay. So I'm a little bit loud here, so I'm going to try and speak a little bit softer.
We're both trying to do the same thing. I apologize to all the listeners because I'm a loud person, but I'm trying to fix the problem.
So I'm going to speak a little bit softer and tell me if that's a little bit still clear. So we see that Max is going for reds at the moment. As you can see, he's pretty potentially killed one of his reds, but he's also left it quite tough for yellows. Look, Matt's probably looking at a potential plant down the rail on those two yellows.
Yeah,
Let's have a look at
you
it.
mean pass through the,
We'll look
the
at
red
it.
in the corner pocket?
Yeah, top-down view just to see. It's a potential, but he needs to be absolutely perfect. It means his pace perfect, and see. Well, again,
Well, that's not too bad.
the saving grace was it kicked it out,
Yep.
which was really important.
Just in the people saying there's a terrible scratching, I think it's going to be totally holding me. Clip it on.
You might need to clip your mic on because I can still hear you. Yeah, just maybe here. Maybe because you can talk at an angle. Oh, So Tolly, just have a chat and
Yes, so
people comment on if you can still hear Tolly quite well.
if you can hear me, yeah, okay. Yeah. Again, I apologize to those who are listening in. We seem to have a bit of problem with the volume, but Jules and Kenny now is fixing the problem. Hopefully it's all sorted.
Yeah, I think we're learning from it, which is good. So you can see Matt's got a yellow down the rail. He's going to have to be very good with this, and didn't work out the way he wanted it. So he needed to be again picture perfect with his positional play.
I think Mac's going to try to slice this into the corner and hopefully leave the red there to cover the pocket.
Well, no, you
On that pocket.
don't need to. You don't need to cover the pocket. You need to pot the ball. You have a potential out here, so covering the pocket's really just giving your opponent another chance.
Yeah, nice.
So I look at reds here, and I thought he could have ran them out. It's giving Matt a chance to cover the pocket, because covering the pocket is more important than potting them. But you've got to remember, potting them with all the open yellows is an easy out.
I was looking at those two reds in the middle pocket. Is the cannon on there?
Look, top down won't show us, but I believe that it doesn't really matter, because out of those balls, you sound alright.
Yeah.
They both sound good.
Yeah, you can hear it.
One of us turn our mics off and you can actually see which one's doing it. I'll turn mine off. Just have a chat on the table and we'll see if it's always making that sound. Just talk to the commentator. Cool. Which one do you think it is? Which one are they? If it sounds good when I'm speaking, it's not correctly. Okay, so you turned it down now? Yeah. Okay, well let's try it now. Turn this on. Come on. So we're back, everyone. We're just again testing the audio on this, just making sure there's no crackles on the microphone. If you hear any, please let us know. We just need to know what's causing it. And now looking at this match here, I think we can agree that yellow's looking pretty comfortable here, depending on how well he plays this white position.
Yeah, Matthews now have the opportunity to put that one in the corner, bring the white back down his end. Which is exactly what he's done.
Wow, look.
Wow, what an awesome position that is.
Look, Matt did something I wouldn't have done. He went across the table. I would have went up the table. And look, it worked perfectly for him.
Awesome.
So sometimes even players with a lot of experience, like I do, still get it wrong, or still there's better ways to do things.
Yeah, man, that's an awesome
Yeah,
game.
score.
The score now is 5 to Matthew and 8 to Max. 8-5 to Max.
So you can see Matt grinding away to come back here, which is a mark of a good player with a lot of potential. The mental game needs to be something, I believe it is.
Well, young Matthew is a very experienced 8-ball player.
Rubbing on
Okay. Let's try something. So let's see now.
I'm just going to go and have a good 5 minutes break. George is going to take over.
So we're losing Tolly here for a couple of minutes, and we're having George come in his place.
Alright, I'm back. So I've just been mucking around with the audio settings, just trying to get it right. Think I'll be buying an equalizer with microphone, headphones, so I can hear exactly what's coming up with it live at the time. When I was using Joao's equipment, he did all that and made sure everything was perfect, so no crackling, no nothing. So I think I'll be getting one of those before King's Cup, because obviously we're ACG All Live streaming King's Cup.
So looking at the table at the moment, there's no clear favourite in reds or yellows. I kind of prefer yellows at the moment, only because I think the red by itself up on the top right of the screen or near the middle pocket is a bit just a bit tough. Depends what Max can do here. So look, I think Max is doing a little bit too much at the moment. It kind of worked out, but it's potentially dangerous. Maybe just a little bit slower or a little bit calmer on his shots and not try and do so much.
Is he on reds at the moment? Sorry? Is Max on reds?
Yes, Max is on reds. So he moved the yellow out of the way. And it really depends what he can do here, but the last thing he wants to do is leave a tough red for his last ball. A really great shot, but I kind of worry he needs to be perfect now, or he's going to be fighting with one red left on the table with potential snookers.
Okay, so everything's clear now, so it appears it might have been Tolly's mic, or the way he was holding the mic. Could have been scratching, but I'm just holding my mic nice and still. It seems to be working. So he's actually got that yellow now, and that's freed up the black to go into the bottom middle pocket as we're looking at the screen. He's got a long pot here.
It's not an easy long pot.
And he's got to come back for the black as well.
Now, like I said, leaving the red to last and missing it or not sitting it over a pocket or potting it you've got potential for snookers here. So just, well, even a run-out opportunity if he wants. So I'd be a bit worried if I was on reds at the moment. I think sometimes we need to just be a little bit, maybe a little bit calmer with our shots. I think, speaking about Max's game at the moment, just a little bit, not as aggressive, because you can still play it softer to let it drop in, rather than force it. Remember, if you force it and you hit a jaw, it's a lot harder to pot the ball than it is to play it a little bit pocket weight.
Just photographing the settings because it sounds alright now. So
Yeah, I think we've got optimal audio. So getting a couple of good comments coming through. Yeah, just Paul, you're right. Tolly did have the mic attached, and George has now got his mic. So doesn't really matter. The main thing is I think we've got perfect audio now. So, which is really good. Now, watching this game, back in the progress of the game, really comfortable looking at yellows here. I'm still comfortable because the red's not really potable in that many pockets, and you've got the potential again for the out. I'd be trying to get position on the ball, exactly what he's done. Try and get position on the ball down the rail, up towards the top right of your screen. I think that's that's a shot to play. Again, I don't want to be too loud, so I don't want the players to hear me, but I believe that was what Matt was intending anyway.
nice pot.
Great first pot. I hope he's on the yellow he was intending for.
Looks like he is.
He's got to be. Remember, he's grinding away now, so he really has to be good with his angles. Okay, so you can't just get down and play those fast. You've really got to knuckle down your angle. Okay, I still favour yellows here. I think that potting the red and being on the black is quite difficult. There's not really much you can do to kick that black on at the moment.
Is he going to cut this into the middle?
Yeah, he's going to cut it into the middle, and he's going to try and clip the black or try and get some sort of position on the black.
Can you really control where the black's going to go here?
No. And see, look, he would have been on it if he'd got it, but only because of where the black ended up. You don't really know where the black's going.
So,
Now
Matt knew exactly what he was doing there. Straight away.
Yep. Look, this is really important for Matt. He needs to take advantage of Max's mistake. So we need to see a good angle left on this black. And I think everyone can see that Matt really needed to be perfect on this black because he can't afford to miss this.
It's missable shooting over the red here.
No. I believe
I'm
this
not
is,
sure of it.
yeah, look, it was just too straight and too close between the white and black. So good to see we're getting a fight back coming on. So 8-6. Oh, is it still too loud? So we are still a bit too loud. They can still hear us too. A little too much. So I'll try and be a bit quieter, and hopefully people can still hear. We're too loud. Oh, who's break? Yeah. Who broke first?
Max did.
Oh, he's player 1, isn't it? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's Max's break.
He's got a no. Yes, he got a
So he
red.
potted a ball. He potted a red. So I've been asked to be a little bit quieter from the players, so I'll try and speak a bit slower now, a bit quieter. So still again, tell us if you can't hear us as well or hear me as well.
I've got the mic right to my mouth, so I'm sure everyone can hear me fine.
I'll be doing that next if this doesn't work. So yellow balls are in control at the moment. Really depends on what Max leaves himself at the end. So I think Max is saying to himself, I can't actually go out on this shot, so I've got to think of a smart place to put this white, a smart thing to do. So he's going to look at promoting his balls and leaving a safe white. If he can pot it, he might even be attempting a pot. But no, he's not. So Matt's coming in on reds, and already we can see he's got a tough one down the bottom left of your screen, and even one across in the middle bottom that you can see. So he's probably going to have to look at playing as safe as possible to maybe let Max make a mistake. You know, unless you can break these out with one of your shots, you really need to start covering pockets, playing safe, just letting the other person make a mistake. Force the other person to go for something he doesn't want to do.
I think that's what he's looking at now.
Yeah, see.
I don't think he meant to.
He didn't. He didn't mean to do that, but and I don't know if he got away with it. I really don't. I worry because yellows are pretty appealing at the moment, even with the ball in the top left of your screen.
It's going for the middle.
He's going to cut it into the middle to try and get angle. And look, he's got angle. Depends what he does now.
Does he play for the one along the rail?
No, I think he'll go for the corner to try and get position on the other one on the top left of your screen. I think going anything else is kind of not really in his interest. Possibly cutting the one in the middle at the bottom of your screen, bottom left of your screen. No, he's going to cut in the middle on the other ball. Yeah, look, I wasn't...
Look, you got lucky on the position to get into that yellow there.
Yeah, I wasn't really happy with that shot. I really wasn't. I think you can't afford to hit the white around the table like that. You know, there's a more controlled way of doing this. But
It's worked out for him.
it did work out, but it's not percentages. You want to play the percentages. So as everyone knows, we're playing at the Harmony German Club in Narrabundah, which is going to be the host of our 2017 Nationals, Australian 8-Ball Federation Nationals, in November, I believe it is. And it's a great venue. We've currently got 6 tables up top, and I believe we'll be having about possibly 12 tables, 9 or 12 tables down the bottom. So big
10,
venue. Yeah, 10.
10,
So we'll have a
yep.
big venue with a lot of tables, quality tables, and just a great venue. So good shooting on yellows. Just what worries me, that black.
Where do you play for it?
Oh, you play it for back in the middle bottom. You've got no other option, but you've got to be pretty good with your just like that. But you dropped it a bit short. You know, but it's still potable. Yeah, see, pretty potable.
So 9-6 to Maxi.
Yeah, so Max is still putting on the pressure. So he's 9-6 up with Matt to break. And Matt needs to pot a ball on the break, and he needs to just think about what he's going to do, not just play the shot. You know, this is a game of strategy. It's a game of putting pressure on your opponent and just seeing how your opponent handles stress, you know, and then just play to it. You know, if he's finding it difficult to play hard shots and not sure how to play tactics, then use your strengths against his weaknesses. So really looking at this at the moment, I think I'd possibly be playing more strategy, more slower games, maybe force Max to not have an open, aggressive game. So he didn't pot a ball, unfortunately, so he's left them open. It's really up to Max now what he does with this. So I think I've quietened my voice down now so that the players can't hear me talking and potentially giving information away. So Max has gone for a fine cut on the yellow in the middle, and it didn't pan out for him. So he's potentially lost the game on this shot, depending on what Matt can do. I think Matt really needs to concentrate on what he's doing now and try his best. Just put everything into the shots. So back to the game. We've got Matt still playing on yellows, so he's going to look at seeing where does he want to leave the white. So hopefully this one goes in the middle. I don't know if I can show it from a top-down view. So no, I can't really show it from a top-down view. That's a bit of an idea looking at the top-down view. If that yellow goes past the red in the top right-hand corner as you're looking at it. I think it does. So yeah, so let's go back to the side view.
Ooh.
Well, saving grace was it still covered that pocket, stops the red going inside it. So this is probably the hardest, or second hardest, but it's one of the hardest positions to be in, where your opponent has only got 2 frames to finish the match, because you're worried that they get one more frame and they're on the hill, which is what you don't want. So you want to keep the player to 2 frames away at least.
You really don't want to be thinking about that kind of stuff, do you? Otherwise it can put you off.
No, exactly. So but what you've got to remember is you've got to grind now. You've really got to grind. So you do everything you can to win, and you do everything you can to just slow the play. You know, if you need to slow the play down, slow it down. If you need to set balls. You know, you can't afford to lose this. That's how important this position is. Matt's got to play some smart shots now. I believe he's going to try and cut that over the corner. No, he's going to do something I didn't expect. I think he tried for a snooker there.
Would you have played the cut into the corner?
I definitely would have played the cut into the corner. Only because you're bringing the white back to the bottom of your screen. You're bringing the white, back to the bottom of your screen, and the yellow's going over the corner. You know, it's one of those shots that you're not really going to leave an open pocket there if you hit it right.
See, yeah, so I see the snooker that he attempted, and look, he's got. But, you know what I mean, it was very tough for the topspin he put on it to leave it perfect. So we're going to have a look. We're going to right click on the top down screen, and we're going to have a look and see. So look, it's totaled. Still can get out of it, and to be honest, even if he gets out of it and hits that far yellow, he can almost get a snooker back, depending on if he hits the far part of the yellow or the close part of it. It's worth going. Yeah, see, and look, if he's hit it hard enough, no. Any harder and he would have been fine. It's just a touch too soft. Still hasn't left an easy one for Max, has he, George?
No, not at all. It's long. He's trying to snooker for the one that he probably wants.
But what's the good thing about reds in this situation?
Snookers.
No, forget even snookers. You don't need them. It's an out on reds almost every day with the position of where they are. Even with missing your first shot, unless you completely kill it, kill your ball, you've still got a good chance at an out. So plus you've got two yellows which are up the other end of the table, which you don't even really need to worry about at the moment.
Max is the kind of aggressive player that you probably would got pot out here. They're all open.
Oh, look, I think the pot
I think you have to.
Yeah, you just need to think about it. You don't want to leave a ball too far away from the rest of your balls. You need to look at a good pattern here and play the pattern. And look, he wants to play the pattern this way. This is his choice. You know, so he's he's seeing it. Just to go for the middle pockets, which works.
Just wants to come back for the one. And
Yeah, look, he wants a straight one back in that bottom right-hand corner. Yeah, see, now he'll want as straight as possible on the one to the other corner. It's a pretty much a guaranteed win now, George, I would suggest. I think even if you miss it, you're covering the pockets. You've
for the black.
Not that you should be thinking that way, but
Yep.
to be honest, it's quite difficult to run out with the yellows where they are. So he just needs to just play smart, play as close as he can to position us. That was a good shot.
Loves his long bridges. I can't do it. I got no control of the cue when he bridges that far away.
You know me, George. I love the long bridges. It works for me, and it seems to work for Max too. So we're seeing some comments from people here, basically really giving him a cheer on. So we've got
He's missed it, and he's got.
Ray Morgan giving a shout out to Palko, Charlie Duncan chiming in. We've got Sher Palko basically saying it's a good game, and look, it is a good game. We've got Sher also telling Matt to take your time and bring it home. Really sound advice, Sher. That's quite important.
That's a nice shot.
It's a very nice shot on yellows. Again, like Sher just said, take your time, bring it home, and be absolutely perfect on your angle. This is more important to get the pot than it is the position.
He's missed it.
He's missed it, but that's all right. You know, it's not over yet. It's never over. So we've got Tamaima basically saying, awesome Max, cheering you on from Bullerland. Yeah, I think Max has probably got a lot of people cheering him on at the moment, same as Matt does.
Love Fiji. I've been there before. Absolutely love it. Beautiful place.
No, I've never been there. So see, that's what. So you can never say that it's over until the balls are all down. So Matt's allowed back to the table. He's going to do his best.
He's going to hit this hard.
He needs to bring it back.
Oh, please don't.
No?
He's all right.
Yeah, look, I think more control needed on that shot.
I'm not sure if the black goes. Let's have a look at the, well, looking at the side angle, it doesn't. Even looking at the top angle, like now.
You just want to sit over the pocket?
Look, I think you've almost got to come off the top rail or the side rail in front of it, but you really need to come in front of it. So,
Which he hasn't done.
yeah, I kind of think maybe off the top rail, knock the red onto the side rail and leave the black there would have been a good option.
Yep.
If you're going to do that, you know, you really need to make sure the black's covering the pocket. So let's go back to the side. Actually, let's stay on the front view. So, ooh, Max has left a hole. I just don't know if that black's cuttable. Let's have a look from the side angle. Yeah, it's cuttable. So really a mistake from Max here. Slow down.
Slow down, White.
See that again, Matt needs to look at his speed. He's hitting them. I think he's watching Max play and he's hitting as hard as Max is.
Well done, Matt. You've got one back. 9-7.
So JT was basically saying Max should have played the plant. Yeah, look, JT, maybe. Possibly played the right shot, but he really needed to cover that pocket. You know, sometimes the plant, you know, can not hit a rail, or, you know, you might not be perfect angle, but you would at least still have been behind the red.
So, dry break.
Big break, but nothing down. So
That's it.
Matt's going to come in with an open table. He's going to look at the best, either yellows or reds, and he's going to try his best. That's all he can do. Okay, so no real damage done here. Just depends. See, the damage is not being on the ball, the colour you want to be on. You've got to look at it and go, what can I pot out here and not have to really be too aggressive and open so many here. So Max has gone the reds. Probably worried about the three yellows in the middle of the table next to each other. So this is something where you say to yourself, can I pot this? If you can't pot it, set it. Which is exactly what he's done. So I think it's a hard cut on that yellow into the bottom left-hand corner. It's going to go it though. Great shot. Unfortunately.
Unlucky to finish there and push that other yellow, the other one.
So what Matt needs to do now is look at where can he put the white to cause the most damage to Max's next shot. What can he do? You know, forget what he hits. Where can he put this white that can make Max say, "Oh my God, what do I do here?" Yeah, not really what I expected. I was kind of expecting the white up on the right-hand side of the table, on the right-hand side of the screen as you're looking at it.
Could you get it there though in this position?
I think he could have. With a bit of screw on that yellow in the middle of the table, screwed to the bottom of the screen, up onto the right of the screen. You know, even if you hit the red and yellow, it doesn't really matter. But you really need to give Max some hard shots. I think that's going to help him. You can't leave these open for him. You need to start tying things up if it's not working. Because you're just letting Max get some potting practice, which is what you don't want. Danny Marlowe. Don't like your comment? I think you should remove that comment. That reminds me too much of my singles match against JT, as you know.
Oh, He didn't want that to drop by the sounds of it. He winced a little bit.
Yeah. Well, he's going to be wondering, you know, how can he promote one of his balls? How can he put it either over a pocket or pot it, or how can he make it hard for his opponent? That's what you've got to always think.
Do you hit the bottom red to leave it on the bottom rail? But
No, you can't afford to open those yellows. You really can't. And look, he didn't open them. And he semi-opened to some of his reds.
just wants to sit over the pocket.
Look, I think that's a good shot. Unfortunately, as you can see from the view here,
He's left a gap.
the top
Yeah.
right-hand corner or pocket is, there's a hole in it. So Max doesn't think about potting. He needs to think about opening that red and yellow. That's really what he needs to do. So yes, it's easy to pot your ball or cover it, but if you'd potted that, you would have been quite annoyed at yourself because you haven't opened up your hard balls.
So you wouldn't have played that? You would have just got one of your reds out?
I don't think you meant to cover the pocket. I think you meant to pot it. See, now what he's allowed to occur is for Matt to take control of the bottom right-hand corner.
It's actually not a bad shot.
Yeah, look, I kind of prefer yellows at the moment, only because there's a possibility of breaking that red with the yellow. I don't know if it's fully over the pocket. Let's have a look from the top-down view. Oh yeah, look, that's. I like that corner pocket for reds actually. So Matt's got to think, what do I do? And you know what? Sometimes getting your ball out with the other opponent's dead balls is an option. Is a good option. You know, when they're all open, you don't want to get it out. But when they're closed like they are at the moment, maybe get your ball out and leave him hard up somewhere. Leave a white up the top of the table or something.
Mm-hmm.
See, now Max has thought about it and gone, I need to get one of my harder balls out. You know?
Do you foul on purpose?
Would I foul on purpose? No, not with one dead red, which can be broken out. With the other red near the black.
Mm.
You know, it's just too dangerous at this point. Yes, you possibly could use that yellow to pop the red and sit over the corner pocket. That's also an option. But again, you're taking a risk.
Well, he's got it out now, so...
Yeah, so let's look at the side view. Okay, side view's looking good. See him queuing over that red. Now, so, yeah, look, he's potted it. He doesn't want to pot this next red. He does not want to pot it. So, he wants it as close to that corner pocket as he can get it. So it looks like we've got the Hicks family coming in as well to barrack for Matt and give him a bit of pumping up, which he needs at the moment. He's not that far behind. He's still clawing his way back. Great double, absolute great double. Needs to think about things now. What can he do to make it really tough for Max? You know what? What he's about to do is what's going to do it.
Just
You're
cover the
gonna
pocket.
Cover the pocket as best you can without potting it. As close as you can get it. See, I really think he needed it further over. You've forced him to play something he doesn't want to do, but you still don't have full control of that pocket.
Does he go over the pocket and try to break the other red up?
No, look, it's too difficult. If there's a chance you can do it, but you've got to be perfect. You could snooker yourself, you could do anything here.
He's tried it.
See, and that's the problem,
Yeah.
is exactly what you've done. You've kicked a yellow over the other red. Yeah, you've got the other one open, but what are you going to do? You know, all you've got is really to cut that red across into the top left-hand corner and leave the white on the bottom rail to hope that you've got the angle on that red, which is exactly what Max is looking at the moment. So his pace needs to be perfect, you know, to sit it on this bottom rail as we're looking at the screen. Could be going the other corner to try and, you know, oh, okay, so he's doubled it. And I still think he's given Matt a good chance here, you know. Matt just needs to say, where can I put this to make it really tough for him?
I think that yellow can go behind that red.
Yeah, and look, that's a good option if you can do it. Yep, that's good.
So what can you do from here for Max now?
So what can Max do, huh? Well, Max is now going to play a strategy game. He's got to play a tactical battle and not let yellows get too comfortable with that corner pocket. He's got to do something to shake it up. Sometimes it's best just to play into both at the one time, just like that, you know. Force something to occur. That was just unlucky that he hit the yellow ball fractionally before he hit the other yellow ball. So, no, that was actually quite a good shot.
No, I was about to say something else.
Yeah, so what he did was promoted his dead ball knowing that Max can't pot either of these two reds. Well, look, he can, the one down the rail that we're looking at here, across to the right, but I tell you what, that's
That is
one
hard and
tough.
tough.
And he's got to then hope to be on the other red. So he's playing, well, that didn't work out the way he wanted it to. So Matt knows that he's not going to pot that one over the corner. He's going to try and promote these two yellows into a better position. He's not going to go the one over the middle pocket. So good. You see how he's
careful.
promote? Yeah, no, he's done exactly what he should have done, which is to promote it and leave a very tough one. So what he's done was he's left the white on the side rail, as you can see, of the screen, stop making it hard for Max to come off the bottom rail with side into that red. Max can't leave that red there, and he's still leaving it there, so I'm not sure what he's doing. He's just playing for time. Yeah, yeah, I wasn't happy with that shot. I really thought he should have done something with the other red.
What would you have done? Just pushed up to the other rail?
Not sure. Look, I didn't think about it too much. I just thought he went the wrong ball. I really think the other red was the one to go for. Even if you know, there's things you can do, I think.
I like that shot.
Yeah, that works. So Max will probably think to himself, what can I do to make it hard for Matt? Maybe let me play it all the way up and just sit it on the yellow. Might be an option. If he can't come off the rail and hit one of his balls, he's got to look at how can he make it really difficult with giving him two shots. Or how can he come out of a snooker and still hit his ball and not leave everything on. I think it's almost an option to play the yellow into the red, kick the red towards the top right hand corner and leave the yellow on the top rail, on the side rail, kind of wasn't what I was expecting. I really think, because you can still promote your ball by hitting the opponent's ball first.
Yeah, yep. He's got that. That's. Didn't realise it was a clean ball straight through.
Yeah. Oh, look, even if it wasn't, I think it could have come off the rail.
Yeah, it would have gone in
nicely.
regardless.
Would have popped it open quite nicely for him. So Matt really needs to play strong now. He needs to play smart. He needs to play strong. Perfect, absolute perfect position on his yellow. This is a beautiful plant. Watch out. You know, now you look. He's still got 2 shots.
Yeah,
it's no big
it's
deal. But you still want to be in as good position on the track as you can. And see, that's all right. Gives him a chance to run it nicely up to that corner, which I think is a good thing. You know, your pace needs to be good. You just want it to just go past the corner pocket.
Always.
Yeah, see, and that's the problem. You don't want to miss by much. You want to. So now you put every single fibre of your being in.
Make sure of it, Matt.
Everything. Just doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah, well done.
Slow down.
Well done.
Matt, he's hitting him too hard. I really worry with these blacks. So
We have a game. We have to have a match.
yeah, Matt did the right thing. I think he might be getting the idea. Grind away. Just play it soft, play it slow. You know, really slow Max down. It's even frames, so I think it's you because Max broke first, didn't he? Yeah. Right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. So it's got a red.
Yeah. Look, you need it. So you need to.
I like yellows.
Well, that's the thing, you know, you look at what's dead here. What balls are dead? And to me, the one on the left-hand side, the red on the left is dead. You know, black can be moved. Black can be potted. So now you can see Matty can clear these 2 yellows on the left-hand side of the table, middle to left, and then come back and stay on the right-hand side. Well, he hasn't actually. He's elected to leave that one by itself there.
I would have run through.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure run through. You might just be slowing things down a bit. Okay, no, look, he should be able to get angle on it now. Either run through or stun across. And you've got to worry about that the yellow by itself on the right-hand side of the table. You've really got to get good angle on it. So I
don't know what he was trying to do there.
That was not what I expected. I really.
Is he trying to get angle? Is he trying to feed the black now?
Yeah. Look, the problem you've got.
Is the run needs to run?
Yeah. See, the problem you've got is you're not thinking about where you want the white for your next ball. You know, you're not thinking about 3 balls in advance. You're just thinking about your next ball, and not thinking about, do I want to leave that ball by itself? Do I want to leave one of my hard ones till later when I've got a chance to do it now? So his pace needs to be good here. And yes, it's very good. Still left a hole,
Yep.
as you can see.
So we're just coming up to 3 hours of this match. We had about a 10-minute break, but these players have been playing for pretty much 3 hours now.
Yeah, I think we might ask them if they want a 5-minute break, maybe if it turns out to be 9-all. Might be just...
Yeah, I think if he gets to 10-8, Max won't want to stop.
No, and look, we can't ask him to do that at 10-8, but at 9-all, I believe we can ask for a just a couple of minute break, give people a bit of fresh air, you know, get a drink. My throat's a little bit sore.
So he's fouled there, and he's don't sink the black. Oh, who shot that? Who shot that?
Who did shoot that?
Who?
Oh, I think it was
Yeah.
Max.
It was Max.
Well, it goes to 9-all.
Oh, wow. Max. Hold up.
Hey, Max, 2-minute break? 3-minute break? Just 2-minute break? Okay, good.
Sorry, guys. We thought actually Max shot that, but it was actually Matt. So score is now 10-8. They've decided to have a couple-minute break. So it's a close one. We'll be back shortly.
Okay, we're back, and Max is having a break at 10-8 up, and depends what. Oh, look at that! Oh, I'm a bit loud, so I'll quieten down a bit. Getting a bit excited there.
Yeah, got excited.
Yeah, so we've got Red Bull potted off the break, and Max is going to choose what he wants. Look, I really think I know what he's going to go. Yeah, I thought he would have gone yellows here, which is what he's done, I believe. He's
So
looking at.
He needs to make sure this
Oh,
because he's nominated.
that's the
he's
problem.
nominated yellows
That's
now.
the problem. You know, I wouldn't be going this one if I'd nominated yellows. I'd be going over the middle pocket for a
If he misses
definite.
it, he's in trouble. And he
Exactly. Exactly. Do you understand why? Go for when you know, because that one still could have gone in the bottom left as we're looking at the screen.
Would you be going the one in the middle now and leaving that yellow over the pocket because it blocks that red?
I think it's a really good option. You know, you can get better position, but you've got to remember he can still run out with all of these.
So I would have followed through and tried and hit that other yellow. I think I had the angle to do that.
Look, I think he made a mistake going into those reds. I don't think he should have tried that, because if you don't have to move balls, then you won't accidentally kick a ball over one of your balls or over the pocket or something like that. In
Yep.
this case, that's what it's done. You know, you've kicked a red over one of your yellows, or over two of your yellows. So he needs to play smarter, I think. You know, he can't afford to just, you know, go half-cocked, and he just needs to settle down, play some smart pool. Got to hit a rail,
Hit
mate.
a rail and he's
Yeah.
fouled.
Okay. So there's a bit of... Look, I think there's a bit of pressure out there. I really think there's pressure. And, you know, that's not normally Matt's shot, so normally you'd never not hit a rail. So, yeah, there's a lot of pressure out there at the moment. His saving grace is that yellow ball over the corner. So, very lucky that he half killed that red and didn't leave it over in the middle. So Matty still might have a fighting chance here. Depends how well Max can play this shot. Still worries me here, because even if you get this, you know, what are you going to do with your other reds? You really need to be... okay, good. So he's thinking about things. He's going, how can I cover a pocket, or how can I, you know, make it hard for my opponent? And that's one way to do it. So Matty's going to say to himself, okay, how can I cover a pocket, or how can I make it hard for Max? I think doubling this yellow across to the other top right-hand corner might be the option. You know, it depends where you leave the white. You know,
Might kick out the other yellow, just playing soft.
Oh, okay. So he thinks there's a hole there. Let's have a look side on the top-down view. So look, there is a hole there. There's a Go back to the side view now. Yeah, there's a hole there that should allow the yellow to get in front of the red. You know, if he gets another shot at it. I don't think Max is going to... Oh, okay, Max is going to leave it there. Okay, interesting. He must not think that Matty can get that inside his red. Ooh. Matt has to play some smart pool now. Really smart pool. Needs to take control of that corner the bottom right corner pocket. Do you agree,
Bottom
George?
right.
When he can. If he can do it now, do it now. You know?
How do you do it?
Well, you either do a plant or you play the far yellow. You know, one or the other. But potting this is not going to do you any favours. Using this might be an option. It's getting one of your dead balls off. But you need to play. He needed to play wider. I think he knew that. So I don't think it's an out yet. Still think there's a hard red there. Potentially hard red. He's going to try and break it out with this, possibly. No, he's left a hole in both pockets. I think Matty should now be looking at putting the yellow in front of that red. I really think it's an option. No, he mustn't think it goes.
So the two yellow, red and
Yeah, the red and yellow together. See, this is okay.
Might be looking at covering this now.
Look, he don't cover it. He needs to knock that red out. He needs to put his ball and knock that out.
So off that red and go.
Yeah.
That's what he should have done.
Yeah, I think, look, the more reds you kill or get away from the pockets, the better your chances are. So I'm kind of not sure what Matt's doing.
Probably
I
covering
think
it
he's
now or killing the red.
No, and that's, do you see what the problem with doing, with leaving balls over pockets? You're opening the table just like you've just done.
Yep.
Again, the saving grace is there's still a hard red there on the bottom of the table in the middle. But I don't like it. You're giving Max an opportunity to put his red ball closer over the pocket, which is the last thing you want to do. You got a potential to take control of that pocket, George. That sort of thing. Max's use of topspin is very good. I believe he knows his pace now, and he knows how hard to hit it with topspin, that the topspin will take effect properly.
Are you looking for a double here, I reckon?
No.
No?
I don't think so, because he'll be breaking the yellow out, which I don't know if it's what he wants to do.
If he does hit that yellow the one I'm thinking, he might even knock that.
Look, I think it's dangerous. I really think it's dangerous.
He's trying it though.
I know. Okay, so he played it wider, right? So, but if he'd played it fuller, like I thought he might, to get it in, I really think he would have kicked that yellow. So again, now he needs to play smart. Taking control of that corner pocket might be an option. The only problem is he's got two other dead yellows.
Yeah. Yep.
So he either needs to promote them and play hard, give him a hard shot, or now take control of that corner. Even if you knock the red out, you don't have to put your yellow in front.
Yep.
You just need to do something with that corner pocket. That's right. And either he's going to get lucky or he's not.
I think this is a great chance now for
Max.
Max.
Look, the amount of check screw that Max can put on a shot to get the white, across to the other side of the table is just phenomenal. So, and I think he'll be playing bottom right hand side to get it to spin to the left once it hits the bottom rail. And as you can see, he just did exactly that. Heaps of bottom right, it hit the bottom rail, and it spun to the left. A little bit harder would have been good, but to be honest, he just needs to play his pace right, and he'll have a straight red. Yep. And now, just a little bit of a screw back, and he's set.
I think he put top spin on this.
He might, but yeah. See, look, if you can keep it away from the rail, keep it away from the rail. You're taking, whenever you play into a rail, you're taking the chance that that it's going to sit on the rail, either before it hits or just after it hits.
Even if he misses this, Matt, it's going to be difficult for Matt.
No, he might leave a hole. No, he's got it.
He's got it.
Okay.
Well done, Matt.
Yeah, the match is finished, and bad luck to Matty. Good work, Max. And great match, really was. Max managed to force Matt to play more of Max's game, I think, than Matt's game.
Well done, Max.
Yes, so that's our conclusion for tonight. So we'll just put the score up now. It's 11-8 to Max.
1-8.
Oh, okay. I might fix that and put it 11.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm still putting it as 1. I think someone
1-1. There we go.
There we go. 11-8. Okay, that's a little better. So Matt probably won't be happy, but looking at the commentary, I think if they watch the commentary, it'll help them work out maybe where they went wrong and where can they can fix it better. I'm not the the know-all sort of in this game, but I really think that some of the comments that we've made tonight will benefit them when they look back at this.
It's definitely benefited
commentary.
me when I was listening to the commentary and my money match. So,
but enjoyable match. I love commentating, and it's good commentating these guys. Look, watching aggressive pool is great. Smart pool is also good. So I think once we get the smarter pool into the game, it'll be just maybe next time Matt will bring it his way. And get Max to start playing strategy more than open aggressive shots. Yeah, so
it's all learning. It's all in the right direction. Learning, getting better players. Think like that. It's been good.
It is, and look, thanks again to the German club for hosting this tonight, and thanks to Phil Morton for umpiring. George and Tolly and myself are all commentating, and we had some support here. From some supporters, which is great, and all the comments online, guys, good work, guys and girls, I should say. Excellent. I love responding to your comments, and both Matt and Max knew that you're all chiming in and wishing them all good luck. So
thanks everybody.
Thank you. Goodbye. Good night.
Thanks for having me.
Sorry, mate. I hope I didn't talk too much.
No, that's all right.